As I mentioned in our previous talk on Tennyson, because of my experience at Princeton University, I have many books on Tennyson, but I will show you a couple of them so you know what they are. For example, this first one is one called Norton's Critical Edition of Tennyson's Poetry, and there are many selections in here about the poetry of Tennyson, as you can see, and also reviews of it to talk about what it's like and what it means and so forth. And and the footnotes in it are, of course, excellent as well. So as you go through this volume, you will find many things that are extremely helpful, not just the text, but as you can see, some notes underneath. That is an excellent, excellent book. And then the next one here are modern critical reviews of Alfred Lord Tennyson, edited with an introduction by Harold Bloom. And here you will see what this book looks like. And that gives you a look at Tennyson himself. And these have excellent articles in there. In fact, one I like especially is Idols of the King, which I have bookmarked to read. So that is another excellent book. And then the one I use most is this rather large one, Tennyson Selected Edition. This has most of Tennyson's poetry in it. And it is a very large book and very good with its critical notes, especially. This is one that has more notes than you might expect, and it has notes even showing how the poem was written differently at different times, and it will show you that as well. So, for example, let's look at this one called Maud, and there you will see the text above. You'll see the text above, and numbered, of course, and then you will see all of these notes below that are very helpful. So I have used this book in particular for my studies there at Princeton University and my own private studies at home in order to do some work. Now, what I did was to write some papers for my wife, who could not write them, to submit as her contribution to the class. So, as I say, Enoch Arden and The Lady of Shalott were the two that I was most concerned about. Now, also, here is another book which is quite old. I don't really know how old. I'm not. Anyway, but in this are poems by Coleridge, Arnold, and Tennyson. And in particular, Tennyson's poem Enoch Arden is in here. Now, let me tell you why. We will start with Enoch Arden first. Because this poem is a long poem and a very good poem about a poor fisherman who started out his life without much of a family and without much to do and without much money. But what happened to him makes this poem an outstanding piece to do with what you choose. We will get into that when we return.